question, and I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to read it and go ahead and put in the chat what you think the correct answer is. Which of the following statements accurately describes the subjective component of a SOAP note? A, it includes measurable data such as vital signs and lab results. B, it contains the healthcare provider's diagnosis or differential diagnosis. C, it documents the patient's personal perceptions, complaints, and history. Or D, it outlines the treatment plan and follow-up instructions. So I'm going to give it a few more minutes to have people put in what they think the answer is in the chat, and then we'll go ahead and show the answer officially here. So I'll give you guys a few minutes, a few more minutes. All right, I'm seeing some answers here. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and go to the answer. So the answer to this question is C. It documents the patient's personal perceptions, complaints, and history. So that's the first thing that is documented whenever you're making a SOAP note is going to be the patient's feedback and what they feel they're going through and their history. That's going to be subjective. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next question. All right, so question number 2. Which of the following would be an appropriate entry for the plan section of a SOAP note? A, patient reports feeling fatigued for the past 2 weeks. B, blood pressure 130/85 mmHg, temperature 98.6 Fahrenheit. C, possible diagnosis, type 2 diabetes. Or D, prescribe metformin 500 mg twice daily and schedule follow-up in 2 weeks. What is the best answer here? And I'll just give it a second here. What do you guys think? Okay. I'm seeing a trend, so that's good. All right. Okay, and looks like everyone got that right. The correct answer was D, prescribe metformin 500 twice daily and schedule follow-up in 2 weeks. All right, we're going to go on to the next question. We have about 3 more. In a SOAP note, the objective section should contain which of the following? A, patient's description of symptoms. B, the healthcare provider's interpretation of the patient's condition. C, results from physical examinations, laboratory tests. D, plans for future diagnostic tests and treatment. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to think on this one, ponder on it. What is the best answer here for the objection section? What is that used for? What happens at that point? And I'll give you guys a few minutes to answer that question. All right. Seeing good answers here. Happy to see that. And the correct answer here for those that are here are C. C is the answer. Results from physical examinations, laboratory tests, and imaging studies. Right? Question number 4. In the context of SOAP notes, what is the primary purpose of documenting the subjective and objective sections separately? A, to ensure that patient statements are clearly distinguished from clinical findings. B, to facilitate the billing process for healthcare services. C, to comply with HIPAA regulations on patient privacy. Or D, to provide a narrative form of documentation that is easy to read. What do you guys think the answer is? What is the purpose of the subjective and the objective section? And having those be separate. We got a few more minutes here. We're almost at the end of our time here. All right. So the correct answer here is A, to ensure that patient statements are clearly distinguished from clinical findings. If you guys remember, the subjective section is the time for the patient to state how they're feeling, their medical history, and etc. And then during that objective, that is the time where a clinical professional is now doing their physical examination of that patient. So we don't want that to clash together. So we're going to separate them into two different sections. So hopefully that makes sense. And for our last question, the assessment part of the SOAP note is primarily used to A, record the patient's family medical history, B, summarize the patient's symptoms and complaints, C, provide a diagnosis based on the subjective and objective information, or D, outline the treatment plan and next steps in patient care. So what is the purpose of the assessment section? What do you guys think? And you guys are answering very fast, which is good. Okay. All right. So the answer here was C. So it provides the diagnosis based on the subjective and objective information. Okay. So hopefully you guys can see how the information that we learned today ties into the type of questions that you would see on the RHIA. And if you still are a little confused about this, you can watch this again. This will be live on the channel. And you can also check out your textbooks. I call it the HIM Bible. You can check out textbooks, and it's even online, this information. But make sure that you have this down packed, because this is a very easy question that I don't want you guys to miss on test day. Okay. Now, aside from this, if you still need additional free questions, just know that I have a free weekly RHIA question series. So follow me on Medium, and the link will be in the description following this live. Well, actually will be not only in this live video, but also in the other live video. You'll be able to see the link. Join in. We'll have questions weekly that you can use to test yourself, and then check your answers right after. So definitely make sure that you do that. Join me next week for Insight Tuesday. We had some technical issues. We'll make sure that that doesn't happen during this next go around. I'll definitely make sure that the technical things get situated. So that should not be a problem moving forward. And outside of that, if you're still looking for some more guidance on the exam, just know that outside of these free sessions, we do have a RHIA prep course available that you can join, and you can learn this information as well as loads of other things that are covered on the RHIA. And we do have proven results. As you guys can see, students have taken the course in the past and have done fairly well. I stand behind my course, and so if you're looking for something more detailed, just more of a summary of everything and not just one concept, definitely feel free to check out our courses. The link is also going to be in the description below. So thank you guys for joining my first Insight Tuesday lecture. And I will see you guys every Tuesday, like I said, for 30 minutes. And I'm excited to help you guys gain that RHIA certification and make me proud as well as your family. So thank you guys. It's late now. I'm sure you're tired and I'm going to go get some rest. So see you guys next Tuesday for our next episode or live series rather of Insight Tuesday. Bye, everyone.